folks that I prosecute are not, they're not white, okay? And they're poor, and they're addicted.
Go down to the Los Angeles criminal courtroom. Sit there for one day, and you'll see who goes to prison. You'll see African American and Spanish speaking people coming in their jumpsuits all day long, and you look at who's in there defending them, prosecuting them, and judging them.
If you have someone who's facing 25 to life, and they have a case that maybe they're not even guilty of, and you tell them, look, the DA says he'll give you 32 months in state prison, you'll be out in 24 months. But if you go to trial, they say they're pulling out all their guns, and if you're convicted, they're going to give you 25 to life. How many of us would take that gamble?
I thought it was just they trying to scare me, But in the process, they keep pushing the 25 to life. So I said, let's take him to the jury. So we took him to the jury. They gave me 25 to life.
Because the jury found you guilty, but the jury didn't know. Did the jury know you were facing?
No, they didn't know.
Why is it, are we the only criminals, the blacks and the Mexicans? I'm not saying the other people aren't, but the other ones that are white are because they haven't got any money.
Blacks in California are being sentenced under 3 strikes at 14 times the rate of whites. It's extraordinary. If you were setting out to design a law that targeted blacks, you could hardly do better than a one that affects them at 14 times the rate of whites. And there's no evidence that that's backed up by criminality in California. Blacks are not 14 times as likely to get arrested for crimes as whites are. They're just 14 times as likely to be struck out under the 3 strikes law.
I got struck out on a dope case. It's sad. It's real sad that undercover officer approach you and ask you to go get somebody to sell some dope. I mean, it's wrong because it's trickery. Now, if I'm walking down the street minding my own business, and here you come and ask me, do I know somebody buys some dope? Yeah, I live in the ghetto. I know. So I tell you, go down the street and get, buy some dope. That person sell you some dope, then you come down the street and get me, take me to trial for sales of cocaine. I never touched no money, no dope, but you give me 25 to life.
Blacks are much more likely to be meted out harsh sentences under the 3 strikes law. So I think we're fooling ourselves if we think that, racism has been eradicated from the criminal justice system.
I'll serve my time, I'll come out and be a better person. Well, you can come out and try to be a better person, but it's going to be hard as hell.
I got pulled over, they took my license, they went and ran it. I'm sitting in the car, I'm waiting for them to come back. So they come back and say, oh, yeah, could you step out the car for a minute, please? I step out the car. Anybody else, they sit in your car, you get a ticket, you off. My license was valid and everything. You on probation or parole? And I just looked at them. And I said, my name is Roger Douglas. Because they just ran it in the computer, right? And I said, yeah, I'm on parole. So then they say, oh, yeah, you got a couple of strikes, huh? I said, yeah. So the first thing he said, well, do you mind if we search your car? I mean, you asking me when you know you're going to search it anyway.
If you're an African American, Spanish speaking person, and you've got 1 or 2 strikes, man, you got a big target on your back.